Well, hello, you're hiking with Jenny on the John O Groats Trail. This is day 4. I'm just leaving Grannies Heilan Hame, which is a kind of a resort campground place. Seemed kind of like just like an overhyped family destination more than anything. Not really made for people like me, but I made the best of it. I made use of the hot tub this morning. So my plan for today is to go 17 miles to Brora, and I think I'm gonna camp on the beach. I'm not sure. We'll see when we get there. On the way, we're gonna go through Golspie and probably get some lunch there. From what I've heard today, I think it might be a little unpleasant at the start going through farmlands, and then we're gonna go through a nature preserve, which is supposed to be really nice. I think maybe the last part of the day will be kind of along the coast. We're gonna continue seeing really neat things today, so I'm pretty excited. If you're on the wild side, you could probably camp in here. I don't know that I would, but maybe if the weather was really bad. This is Loch Fleet that we're walking alongside. We're actually walking around it because we're going to go over that bridge over there. But I know you can see seals out here. Oh my gosh. They are moving and making sounds. That's so cute. Otters. Finally off the road. That was definitely, hopefully, the worst part of the day. Walking on the A9 for miles. High amount of traffic. But anyway, we should be sneaking back into the woods from now until we get to Golspie. Ugh. Started raining a bit, enough to get the grass wet, and now my feet are wet. Probably the first time on this trip that my socks will probably soak through, which is pretty impressive because I pretty much expected to have wet socks the entire route. But I really lucked out with the weather, and I hadn't up until this point even wore my waterproof socks, which I've been carrying this whole time. But I should have put them on today. Did not expect it to rain and have wet grass today of all days. But there it is. That's alright. I've got dry socks in my bag for later. Luckily this dead end was here because I would not have realized that I was going the completely wrong way. Whoops. And the trail that looks so open right here, like I was supposed to go this way. Now I see where I went wrong. When I went through that gate, I turned right because, I mean, that looked like such a broken down path, but it's actually straight into a more overgrown path along this fence. There is no more hope for dry feet today. They all came over when I climbed over the other side. Curious cow. Hello. Mind if I get past? Thank you. Excuse me. Can I go around you? Can you let me do that? Thank you. Have a good day. Is this going to be one that's going to open? Doesn't look like it. Looks like it is chained up. Gotta climb over. Yet another one. I keep running into people who are asking me where I'm walking to, and so and chatting with people about my trip and stuff. Oh, this would be such a nice lunch spot, but I don't have my lunch yet. I'm back at the beach. I'm gonna follow this up to Golspie, grab some lunch. I picked up lunch, well, lunch at 5 o'clock at the co-op in Golspie, and now I'm getting back onto the trail. I'm gonna look for a nice place to eat it. Well, now it looks like it's gonna rain again. Not good luck today. We're gonna be coming up soon to Castle Dunrobin, so I'm wondering if there'll be any like nice picnic spots around that area. No drones allowed. Kind of doesn't look like it belongs in Scotland. Doesn't look like the other castles. Wow. I toured Castle Dunrobin in 2017 when I did the North Coast 500. I don't remember a whole lot about it other than the hunting lodge, which was kind of weird. I think I have another 5-ish miles to go to get to Brora, where I was planning to wild camp. And it looks like the majority of the trail is going to be along the coast. And it's pretty chilly. I've got my my waterproofs on, more for warmth at this point than rain. For some reason, the trail really wants us to see this viewpoint up here. My map labels this as Carn Liath or Liath. Don't know what the story is about this, but it looks pretty ancient. Okay, found the entrance. Whoa. It's gotta be like a watchtower or something. Oh, it's a broch. Okay. Carn Liath. And its outbuildings were probably altered many times over the centuries. It was excavated in Victorian times for the Duke of Sutherland. Unfortunately, due to the poor archaeological techniques used, many questions remain about the site's development. I remember reading about brochs, and now I don't remember what they're all about. I mean, I'm guessing they lived in here because they're hanging out and doing household things. So this was like a round building. And then maybe the big round part was kind of like the common area / like living room kitchen thing. And then there's like little rooms off to the side here. Oh, that's an entrance. Oh, neat. Okay, missed that. What do you think? Would you live there? If it was the Bronze Age or whatever? I mean, look what you got in your front doorstep. Oh, here we go. This is what it would have looked like. And then, so I guess it had like a straw roof. Ooh. Yeah, there's not much left of it, huh? Wow. Oh, are these the locations of all of them? That's insane. Whoa, they date from around 2300 to 1900 years ago. Found mainly in North and West Scotland. So it would have been a wealthy family that lived there. So that little room off to the side when we entered, that was the guard cell. I wonder if it was this tall, then maybe there were other rooms, like upstairs. That was well worth the stop. I'd always wanted to tour a broch, and I finally found one. That's super cool. Makes me want to see more of them. That's what a spool of barbed wire looks like. Eesh. Water's so calm right now. The trail just disappeared. Like, I don't know if it just eroded away. Even if I hopped over to that, there's still another gap over there. Like, I can't get around. So it's either hop down to the beach or hop over this barbed wire fence. So I guess it's going to be the barbed wire fence. Okay, I made it over. Yeah, the trail is just gone right there, and you can see that, like, where that post used to be stuck in. Whoever was in charge of building this section of trail, I feel like just kind of gave up. Just kind of like, good, do whatever. Alright, so it's 8:30. Definitely finishing later than I expected, but well, not by that much. I just stopped by the co-op and I picked up another sandwich that I'm gonna have for dinner. That way I don't have to cook anything tonight. And then I'm just gonna walk a little bit farther and I'm gonna look for a place to wild camp. So today ended up being probably like a 19-mile day somehow. I have to admit, today was not my favorite. I think the weather was a big part of it. But also, there were stretches where the trail was just kind of crap. Might have been my least favorite day. I think having wet feet puts a huge damper on everything, though. I was so lucky up until this point to have dry feet. It was inevitable. Tomorrow I'll put the waterproof socks on and it will help somewhat, I think. I had my sandwich that I bought at the co-op for dinner. Preparing myself for tomorrow because I'm a bit concerned that tomorrow is also probably not going to be fun, but we'll see. I think a lot is going to depend on what the weather does. This is the end of day 4. Thank you for watching and happy trails.